welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Taylor, but you guys can call me Tay. Today I thought we would start a reading vlog because I have not done one of these in a while and I have a few exciting books that I'm currently reading / planning on reading in the next few days, so I thought I'd bring you guys along with me. Today I am just having a chill day at home. I am doing like a crafty night thing with my best friends tonight because it was like my bestie T's birthday on Sunday. Because we're like long distance friends, we usually do a night where we all sit together in our own homes and like do a crafty thing. So tonight we're doing air dry clay, so I do need to go to the shops and go pick some up. Also, I'm going to be reading my books, which I'll update you guys on what I'm currently reading. I'm reading 2 books as I usually do. I have one physical and then one audio. Physical, I'm reading That's Not My Name by Lally, and I'm so excited that I started this book. I started yesterday and I'm about like 30% of the way through now and I'm loving it. If you haven't heard of it, it's like a YA mystery thriller, I think, and so far so freaking good. I am loving it. I have heard only good things about this book, so I was so excited to start it. And I'm also buddy reading with my best friend T, and she started it today. So I started it yesterday, she started it today. She's a faster reader than I am anyway, so she'll catch up to me really quick, but we're both really enjoying it and like having the best time like chatting about it. We're also using Storygraph, which means that we can also set up the buddy read option on Storygraph and be able to like add comments at certain sections, and then like when we get to that certain section we can reveal it, which is really fun. I'm also reading Next to You by Bonam-Young, which is the book after Next of Kin. They're interconnected standalones, so it's not necessarily like the next in the series, but it kind of is, and it's been really cute. I'm listening to it on audio and I'm about like 70% of the way through, so almost finished, but I just haven't had a lot of time to listen to audio recently because I haven't been working. Hopefully I'll work the next few days and I can get that finished soon. So today I think it's mainly going to be just like reading my Kindle as I do things, as I've got time in between like all the things that I've got to do, and I will keep you guys updated. Living so we turn it up. Yeah. So I thought that we would do a quick Kmart haul because I did grab a few things that I wasn't planning on grabbing, but they're super fun. So obviously I grabbed the clay, which is good because obviously I need that for tonight. And then I also grabbed this because it was in the sale section and only because it wasn't in the packaging, but it looks so cute that I had to grab it. And I was really confused when I opened it up because like, please, what is that? But it's a like pillow where you can like, you can rest like that. Like how cute is that? And also the little like seed comes out and it looks like a little poo. It's just so cute. I'm obsessed. And then because I love doing like all the crafty things that Kmart has to offer, and this was on sale, I picked up this punch needle coaster kit, which, are you joking? That's so cute. I'm very keen to give this a try. This will be so fun, but I think this is another day kind of crafty thing to do because I've obviously got my crafty things to do tonight. And that's all I got from Kmart, I'm pretty sure. I'm going to be on the phone with my besties, just FaceTiming because we love to chat throughout the day. And then I will probably be reading and all of that stuff as well. So I'll keep you guys updated on what I've been reading, but I did get a little bit more done on my audio, and then I also got a little bit further into That's Not My Name, and I'm just like loving it. Like there's just so many different theories and it's just like so fun. Like I just love a thriller like this. Just come home from grocery shopping with my husband, which was good. We did that really quickly because I am about to start my little crafty night with the girls in a few minutes. So I came home, emptied all of the groceries, and I made my sign for book club, which I don't think I mentioned this, but every month one of us is obviously in charge of like picking a book for the month, but how we're doing it recently is that the person who chooses for that month will choose 4 books, and then the other 3 of us will make a sign of the book that we want to read. And so then it's kind of like a vote, and if any of us double up, it means that we're reading that book. If we all pick different books, then the person who's chosen the 4 books for the month, they will then be the deciding like person. So I have made my sign. I've chosen Ace of Spades, and so I made this sign really quickly. It is not the best sign I've made. However, it is what it is, and I tried to make it a little bit more funky than, you know, just writing it out. So I've got that ready to go, and I will show you guys what we end up picking. T ended up doing like the cutest presentation earlier today. I'll show you guys some clips of that because it was just like so cute. We don't usually do presentations, but she made one for her month and she was like, I'm having so much fun with it, which I love. That was really cute. So we're going to be obviously picking which book club we're going to read this month and doing our air dry clay. So I'm very keen. I'll show you guys my setup because it's so cute right now. So I've got my coffee table here and I've set up like a chopping board that we've just got from, I don't even know where this came from, somewhere from like the wedding, I don't know. I've got my clay, I've got some tools, a sponge, water, and then I've just set up some like little candles for like ambiance. And then I've got my iPad for, don't mind the freaking vacuum, but my iPad for the girls, like putting them up on there. And so we're going to do that. I'll probably have my phone to be able to like have my inspo and stuff. I feel like I've set up a really cute little thing. My husband's going to make dinner, which is so nice, so I can just relax with the girls. I'll put up here like kind of like my inspo for what I'm looking at doing. I really want to do those like tic-tac-toe kind of things, but with little fruit or vegetables or like pancakes and that sort of stuff. I think that is so cute. I also saw these like matchstick holders that are so cute. I'm so excited. It's gonna be so cute. I have been listening to my audiobook whilst I was like packing away the groceries and setting all this up and making the sign. It is so cute. There was like a runaway bride moment and I just feel like I decided I love runaway bride moments in books. It's just so fun because it's like tense but in a funny way when it's in a romance. It's just like, I love it. It's a little bit of like drama and I always love that. So that was really fun, but we are up to a little bit of a sad moment. I think that this might be like a third act conflict. So sad, I hate that, but it also just needs to be done, you know, so we can come out the other end and be happy and in love. So that's good. I haven't read much more of my physical read, which is That's Not My Name. I'm currently reading on my Kindle, even though I've got the physical copy. I'm up to 42%. So that's pretty good. I might get a little bit read later, but I usually read before I go to bed as well. So I'll probably read some of that. That's where I'm up to with my reading. And the day has just been so cute and I'm so excited for the night. So yeah. Thank you, cutesy.
Ugly. Okay.
Nervous. Drum roll.
Yeah. That's so cool. That's a cool sign.
Yeah.
Cute. That's so cool.
Thank you. Thank you.
Drum roll.
Ah!
Maybe that is the books.
Yes. Yeah.
Because both of those were on.
Ah!
Yeah, it's JL, yours is upside down. Wailing like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, go.
So I've done those little tic-tac-toe kind of dish things. And so this is the pancake. And then it's got the little butter. And then the little blueberries, which are so freaking cute. And then I've got my toast here. I know that they look like avocados, but they're meant to be like little eggs, and they will when I've painted them. And then these are like little avocado slices, so they will look like it once I paint them as well, but they're gonna be so freaking cute. Welcome to the next day, and I'm gonna be really honest with you guys, it's actually like almost 6 p.m. I ended up having a last minute shift, and so I actually didn't get to update you guys this morning or chat to you guys because I was just like in a rush to get to work. But I have done a little bit of reading like last night, this morning, and now drinking my tea. So I thought I would give you guys a bit of an update and also check in because I'm doing a vlog. Today on my shift I finished Next to You, which was so cute. I just like love the way that this book ended because it is a little different to how a lot of romance end. Like it ends very similar to like how a lot of them end. However, it's just kind of a little bit of a twist, which I kind of loved. And I just like really love the characters of this book. They just felt really chill. I don't know, I just like really loved the vibe of the characters in this book, and I just really enjoyed it. So I ended up rating that one, I think, a 4.25. I really enjoyed it, finished it today, and so then I moved on for my next audiobook, which is actually the last book on my TBR for February. So I'm actually going to finish my TBR this month, which is so exciting. It is Before the Coffee Gets Cold. I'm up to page 164. So I got quite a bit read / listened to on my shift. This book is also really small, so I'm actually, as you can see from where my bookmark is, I'm like at the end of the book. I might even finish this today. Hopefully. I think I've got maybe about an hour and a half left on audio, so I might try and finish that today, which would be so awesome because I can tick that off and then move on to my next audio, which I don't know what it'll be. And then for my physical book, which I've already talked to you guys about, That's Not My Name, I am loving this book. I just like love the vibe of this type of thriller mystery. I'm very hit or miss with thriller mysteries, especially when I'm listening to them on audio. I'm glad I'm reading this one physically. I'm up to page 184, so chapter 19, and I am definitely getting towards the end, so I'm definitely smashing this book. I wish I had more time to read it, but that's okay. Like I said, I'm buddy reading with my best friend T. I think my other two best friends are gonna read it soon, so we've set up on Storygraph the buddy read thing that I think I mentioned before. It's just like so fun writing comments and then like T replying to my comments when she gets to that section, or like her adding comments and me being able to see what she thinks at a certain point of the book. It's just such a cool feature on that app. Doing it with like a mystery / thriller, this book has been so good. We've got so many comments on there being like, what is going on? Oh my gosh, I think this, or this guy's crazy, whatever. So it's just, yeah, it's just like really, really fun and really good. I think from the looks of it, I'll either finish this tomorrow or Sunday. It's currently Friday, so that'll be good. And then I'm going to be moving on to my next read, which is so exciting. So I can't wait to show you guys. But for now, these are the 2 books that I'm currently reading, and that'll be 2 books to get off my physical TBR, which is awesome because that is a goal that I have at the moment because I'm on a book buying ban from my husband, whatever. So yeah, that's really exciting. I'm gonna sit here and continue reading. I'm reading on my Kindle, and then I also have my painting night tonight with the girls who finished painting those pieces that we made last night. That is very exciting. So I'll try and get a few clips of that for you guys, but I do want to apologize for not getting a lot of clips today. Yeah, I'm gonna just continue reading, and then I'll probably speak to you guys again tomorrow or maybe later tonight. The next day. It is a little bit later in the day. I've actually just spent all morning reading. I did go for a walk with my husband this morning. We grabbed a coffee, and then as soon as we got back, I picked this up and I didn't put it down until I finished it. So I have finished That's Not My Name by Meg and Lally. This is the first book that I finished. No, this is the second book that I finished in this reading vlog, which is awesome. I loved this book so much. This was such a good YA mystery thriller. I feel like this is perfect for anyone who's looking to jump into the genre of mystery thriller because it's not too intense, there's not too much information, it's not gory. There are some parts that are a little bit cringe, made my spine shiver, however, it's not too much. So I think it is the perfect book for that, and it's such an easy and quick book to read that I think that it's just like perfect for those types of people that are looking to get into this genre. But I also think if you love mystery thriller, this is also really good. I did not guess the ending. I kind of Towards the end, finding out what was going on, I kind of had an idea, but I really did not guess that throughout the book. I had so many different theories. I'm thinking now I probably could have picked up on so many different things that would have kind of alluded to how this was going to end, but I just did not see it at the time, which I really, really love about mystery thrillers. And so this was so fun. I'm so glad I read it. So I would highly recommend this for anyone who's looking to get into mystery thriller. Definitely, definitely, definitely. Now, the next book that I'm planning on reading it, which is so exciting. So obviously I've got the physical book done, ticked off. I still need to finish Before the Coffee Gets Cold as my audiobook, which I think I will finish today. I think I'm going to listen to the rest of it whilst I do like a crafty little activity. But my physical book that I want to replace this one with is Say You'll Remember Me by Abby Jimenez. And I know that this might look funny, but it's because this is actually an ARC. I got approved for an ARC for Say You'll Remember Me, which is honestly the best news I've ever been given. When I got that email, you should have seen me. I was like shook. I was screaming. I was so excited, and it is finally time to read it. I got that email a few days ago and I was like, I have to smash through this book so that I can get to this book because I can't stop thinking about starting this. I've also seen so many good reviews from other ARC readers recently that I'm like, I need to read this right now. I need to go have some lunch. And I think I'm going to listen to my audio, maybe watch a bit of YouTube because I have some Rachel Catherine to catch up on because she's posted a few vlogs which are so exciting. And then I will pick this up a little later, but I'll keep you guys updated. And yeah, that's my little update. So I finished lunch and I was just watching some of Rachel Catherine's videos. She's so cute and she just makes the best like cozy videos, so that was really fun. But right now I'm listening to my audiobook. I'm currently working on my book journal. I have a few pages that I want to add. I do need to update some of the pages because I've finished some books, so I need to add those in, so I will show you that later. However, I do need to print off some book cover pictures to put into certain spreads, and so I was thinking of going through and figuring out which books covers that I need to put in certain spreads. And also I'm currently working on designing the front cover for like each month because I haven't done that yet. And so obviously it's February, so I need to do January and February. This is currently what I'm working on so far. This is January. I'm gonna put my TBR prompt jar picks here. I usually pick 4 every month, so I'll put those in there, and then on this side I'm gonna put like what I actually did get read and in what order. And so I'm thinking of doing like this spread for every month instead of doing a different spread every month, just because I think that it'll be fun to be able to just like have the same design and have it really cohesive, and also not have to like worry about thinking about a new design every time. And then obviously I'm gonna have like the next few pages where I might do like more in-depth reviews of the actual books that I read. So I'm thinking I'm gonna do that now whilst I'm listening to my audiobook, and then I'm going to go to office work, so I'll bring you guys along with me. I think I only have maybe like 30 to 40 minutes left on my audiobook, so hopefully I can get that finished really soon. I'm really enjoying it. It's really sweet. This is Before the Coffee Gets Cold. Okay, this is the double-sided tape. I'm looking for like the roll-on one, but this is like $9.50 and it's like $2 at Kmart, so I might go to Kmart and grab that instead. Okay, so I got the covers printed. They look so cute. On my drive here, I did finish Before the Coffee Gets Cold, which was so freaking cute. It was very different to what I'm used to reading, and the style is very weird, but it was very cute, very inspirational, very reflective kind of book, which I thought was like definitely a fun, different read. I don't think it's necessarily like my vibe. I don't think I'm desperate to read the rest of the books now, if ever. I don't know, like I might possibly pick up the other books some other time, but I just do not have the desire right now. It's not really like that type of book for me. However, the book that I'm considering starting on audio to replace this audiobook is The Favorites by Layne Fargo, and I'm so nervous. This book only recently came out and I've only heard amazing things. At first I was like, oh, it's just all the ARC readers and they're like kind of paid to just say good things, and so I was like, I'm not sure, surely a book can't have this many good reviews and like no bad reviews. And then obviously got released, and now people who are just purchasing the book and reading it are doing their honest reviews, and everyone's just like, it's amazing. And my best friend Liz started reading it the other day, and she said that it is really good. She got 50 pages in and was like, this is giving 5-star read. Like, it is really good. And she's like, I really think you should read it. And I was like, okay. But she did say that she thinks I should read it on audio because it's kind of like a documentary style. There's actually 6 different narrators, so it's definitely meant for kind of that type of production audio. That's why I'm considering reading it as my next audio, because I do really want to read it. It sounds so good, but I also am nervous because it's just like, you know, when you start a book that is so highly anticipated, it's got so many good reviews, and it just makes you really nervous because, like, what if it's not as good as you think it is? What if it is as good as I think it is, and then it's just done, it's gone, I can never read it for the first time ever again. And that is just the joy of reading, isn't it? Anyway, so I think I will start it because I've actually read now, after finishing Before the Coffee Gets Cold, I've now read every single one of my TBR prompt jar books, which means that every single book that I'm reading for the next week basically are books that I can just pick for whatever I want, because I don't have any book club reads, I don't have any TBR picks, I don't have any buddy reads. Like, I am able to pick whatever book I want and I can read whatever I want, which is so good. I don't often get times like that. So yay, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna read it. I am going to read it. I think that is a good decision. So that's good. I'm gonna read that. Like I said in Office Works, I'm gonna go to Kmart to go pick up that double-sided tape because it was so expensive here. It was like $9.50, way cheaper at Kmart, and Kmart is kind of on the way, so I thought, why not just pop over there? I do have some double-sided tape at home, however, it is like a roll, and I want one that I can just, you know, put on like that. I don't know what I'm trying to say. It's really hot in this car. I need to turn it on, but I didn't want the aircon to be blasting for the video. So I'm gonna go. Okay, I promised you that this is the last time that I would be talking to you in this car today, but Kmart did me dirty and did not have the double-sided tape that I wanted. But I took advantage of being at Kmart and looked around. I was looking at all of the amazing things that I want but can't afford because I love to torture myself. But I was just looking at some of the crafty things. I was looking at like the little DIY kits, some oversized tees because I love some oversized tees, some pajamas. I looked at a few like nail kits that I might possibly buy instead of getting the Amazon kit. However, I'm just gonna have a think about it first. I didn't end up buying anything, but yeah, I'm very sad about the double-sided tape, but that's all right. As I said earlier, I have some at home. It's just not as easy to use as like that roll-on tape kind of situation. But yeah, I'm gonna go in, I'm going to cut these up and continue doing that. Whilst I was at Kmart, I did listen to the favorites. I am about now, I think I'm 50 minutes into this audio, which is great, and I'm really enjoying it. I think it's very, very different. It's structured very different to normal books. I can see the comparison to Daisy Jones and the Six. It's very similar in regards to that whole like documentary kind of style, and I think that's the whole point of it, is that it's meant to be like there's a documentary going on, but then in some parts of the chapter it's actually the two characters like talking, and they're like not talking to the documentary but just like actually it's their point of view and their dialogue and their monologue and all of that stuff. So it's actually really interesting. I think that I need to really sit down and like focus as I get further along in the book. But yeah, I'm gonna go inside. I'm very hungry. My husband's making dinner tonight, so I'm keen for him to make an earlier dinner, so I'm going to say that to him. Let's get going. update for you guys. It is obviously the next day and I've done a bit of reading this morning. I unfortunately cannot find another shift. This has been a really bad week for finding shifts, but it also means that it's been a good week for reading for me because I've unexpectedly not worked so many days that I'm like, what am I gonna do? Read books, obviously. So I think that I updated you guys yesterday on my audiobook situation. I think I got about 2 hours into the audio. I am very much enjoying it. Very different format to what I'm used to, but it's kind of like really cool. It's definitely better than Daisy Jones and the Six for me because I didn't really love that book. So I'm glad that it's a little different because I was afraid that I wasn't going to like this because of that. But that's going really well. And I did start Say You'll Remember Me. As of this morning, I am 21% in and I'm loving it. It is so cute. And I know that Abby Jimenez just writes such amazing romance books. However, I've only read Part of Your World, so I hadn't experienced Yours Truly, which is meant to be before this like one of her all-time best romance books. And so I really loved Part of Your World, but this is just giving such good feelings. There's a little bit of conflict almost going on already, which is 20% in, but it's more just a situation that they're in that they kind of, I don't know where it's going to go from there kind of situation, but I'm so keen to see where it goes. I'm loving the vibe, kind of giving Grumpy Sunshine, but he's more broody and just like keeps to himself, doesn't really talk a lot, but however, he is like really loyal and kind when he needs to be to certain people, and also he's a veterinarian, so he really loves animals, which is just so cute. And then we've obviously got the main female character, pretty sure her name's Samantha from what I can remember, but she is like sassy and she's just got really good comebacks for everything, and I love that type of banter. Also, it's just so funny. It's such a little thing in the book, but I love it. Her job is like a social media manager for a mustard company, but the way that the company works is that she can respond to like comments on their social media posts with really witty comments and like can comment back really silly and sometimes mean things to customers, but that's what people love about it. And so she's like, I love my job, but it means that in real life she just comes up with just the wittiest things to say back, and I love that. So I'm getting really good vibes from this book. I am loving it so much, so I'm hoping to get a lot more of this read today, especially because I don't have a freaking shift at the moment. I was just on the phone with my sister for a little while, a long while, like over an hour, but whilst I was doing that, I was setting up the new page on my reading journal. This is the page where I'm going to put all of the books that I read in the months. I'm going to be switching between doing this and also reading my Kindle whilst I still look for a shift. I would still love to get a shift today, but it's not looking good. But whilst I'm doing this, I will be listening to my audio, so I'll keep you guys updated on that. But so far so good with these two books. I'm loving them so much. It is a little bit later. I think it's a few hours later, and honestly I've just been sitting and reading my Kindle all morning because I'm absolutely loving Say You'll Remember Me. I'm just like so stuck in the story and I just want to keep reading. However, it is a stunning day outside and I should probably leave the house at some point, so I'm thinking I might pop my audiobook on and go for a bit of a walk around the block or something, maybe just like half an hour to an hour of walking, and then come back and continue reading, I guess, just because I do want to get some of my audiobook done, but I do want to continue my book, like my Kindle book. So yeah, I'm thinking that's probably just a good idea for getting out of the house. But I am just like loving this Kindle read, and I'm like, I don't want to stop reading. It's just so easy, it's so fun, and I don't know, I'm just really enjoying it. So I think I'm gonna go for the walk because I do need to get out, and then come back and have some lunch and continue reading on my Kindle. It is actually like 4 days later from my last clip, I'm pretty sure. I have had some really big days and I also was working, and so I just did not update you guys, which I do want to sincerely apologize for. That's not good on me, especially as a content creator. I need to do better, but I wanted to come on and update you guys about where I'm at. It's currently Saturday. We actually had a wedding last night and got home very late, so I am very tired. I'm not hungover, but you know that feeling that you get when you go to bed late and you just get so tired the next day that you feel hungover?
that is me now, but I'm trying to push through and be productive on my day off where I don't have to go and do deliveries. And so I'm currently editing my TBR prompt jar challenge video to be able to post today, because I want to post it the first day of March. So I need to do that, which I've got all day to do, so that's fine. I just always find that I take forever to do my thumbnails, so I'm gonna have to just make time for that. Anyway, I'm pretty sure the last time I spoke to you guys, I was in the middle of reading Say You'll Remember Me, and I was also listening to the favorites, I'm pretty sure, and I have actually finished both of those, and they were both so good. Say You'll Remember Me, such a freaking good romance book. I think that honestly, Abby Jimenez smashes out romance books. They're always such a good vibe. The men in those books are always just so elite. They are green flags, and it's just always such a good time reading them because you never get icked out by the men or even kind of like the main female characters. They're usually awesome. This book was a little different though, because it is a long distance situation, which I feel like I've never read that in a romance book before, and I feel like I love that that's kind of representing a different kind of relationship that's not represented in books very often. And so I really did enjoy that. It's funny because I've never been in a long distance relationship other than with my best friends, and I find that hard, let alone like being in a long distance relationship with an actual partner. So I can only imagine. However, because of that, it did feel like it was a little bit repetitive. Towards the 70% mark, I was like, okay, we've done this before multiple times. That was probably one of the only things that I didn't love about it, was that it just did become a little bit repetitive. Other than that, it was really good. I gave that a 4.5 star rating. I really loved it, and would highly recommend getting it when it releases on April 1st, which is in a month today, because it is currently the 1st of March. So super exciting. Definitely add that to your TBR when it comes out, because it was so freaking good. Thank you so much to Hachette Publishing for allowing me to read that as an ARC. So amazing, so good. And then also the favorites. I have so much to say about this book. I actually want to put you down because my arm's getting so sore. Just give me some. That is much better for me. The favorites. That was such a good book. I definitely was struggling at points because it is so toxic, and I haven't read a super toxic book since Magnolia Parks, and it was very similar in that regard, as in like, I feel like when you read romance books, you're just expecting super cute guy and he's so sweet, and then just like they're in a super cute relationship, which I love reading books like that, don't get me wrong, they're like my vibe. However, with Magnolia Parks and even with the favorites, you can really see how they represent a much more realistic relationship. Not saying that relationships should be toxic, however, there are struggles that come with being in a relationship, and especially when you're put under such intense pressure, because with this book they are like professional skaters, like ice skaters, and so they are training to be in the Olympics. All of this toxicity, not only with their relationship but also just with the sport, with the other competitors and all of that stuff. So it was very intense in some moments. I remember talking to my bestie Liz about it because she had just listened to it, and then I just started listening to it after she'd read it, and I was like, girl, the toxicity of this book is literally crazy. I was like, I don't even know if I can read this because it's making me so... I was just getting like heart palpitations, I had anxiety, but she was like, this is a good thing. You want books to make you feel things when you're reading them. And I was like, you know what, that is so true, and it definitely was making me feel a lot of things. And so I think that it was a really good book in that case. The way that it was set out was really awesome, because it basically starts off with, there's this story about these professional ice skaters, everyone knows them, they're so famous right now, but let's do a documentary about their lives, how they got here. And so there's part of the chapters where it's basically like the documentary style, so the interviews and them talking to people about them, and then it kind of jumps to the main female character and her point of view. I don't think she's actually talking in the interview slash she's not a part of the documentary, but it's just kind of her side of it, I think. I don't think I'm explaining that very well, but it's a super unique dynamic. I also feel like I understand why people have compared it to Daisy Jones and the Six, because it is that kind of documentary vibe. However, I much preferred the way that they set this book out than Daisy Jones and the Six. That was not my vibe, but this really was, and it was really, really good. I would definitely highly recommend reading it. Definitely something so different to what you think. Very realistic, I guess, in regards to just life and how things can just be thrown at you and how it can be crazy and how you've got to navigate that. It's definitely not a cutesy romance. Like I said, just don't go into it expecting that. It is not like the vibe of, oh, this is going to be like a sports romance and there's going to be that third act conflict and then they're going to be in love. It's not like that, so don't go into it expecting that, but it is really, really awesome. So I think I ended up rating that one maybe like a 4.25, 4.5. I am currently reading The New York Charm by Riley Winters. This is actually an ARC that I got given by Riley Winters herself. I signed up to the ARC on her Instagram page because it sounded really, really good. She's also a super awesome and cute book talker slash bookstagrammer, and so I had been following her because I just like love her content, and then she obviously had promoted her book that she'd written, and I'm I think 35% in. Yeah, I'm 35% into this book and I am absolutely loving it. It's so good. She's done such a good job for her debut novel, so I'm reading that and I'll keep you guys updated. And then I'm also listening to One Dark Window because that book has been on my TBR for so long, and also I've read a lot of romance recently, so I felt like I needed to pick up a fantasy, and obviously I've heard really good things about this book, but I'm not gonna lie, I've gone into it with very low expectations because I've had a few friends read it recently and they have not liked it. So I don't know, I'm only I think 60 to 70 pages into the book, so I don't necessarily have a very good grasp on the book yet, but I am kind of intrigued by the magic system, but we'll see how I go. I think that this might be my last day of the vlog, however I'll let you guys know. We'll just go with the flow and see how we go with this, but I will keep you guys updated today. And again, I'm so sorry I've missed out on a few days of vlogging, but right now I'm going to continue editing and I will keep you guys updated.
Okay, it is much later. I don't actually know exactly the time. I think it's like 2:20 maybe p.m. I have been editing and then I've been reading on my Kindle. I got a little bit further along in that Kindle read that I'm reading The New York Charm, which I'm really enjoying. I got to about 40%, so only like 5% in, but that was good. I have been prioritizing editing though because I really want to get out this video for the beginning of March. But I also have snagged a free bed frame on Marketplace, which we've been needing for so long because our old one broke last September, I think. It had to have been September because it was before our wedding. It's now March the 1st next year and we don't have a bed frame, and so we haven't had one for a while, and it's like all the stuff that we used to store under the bed has just been sitting out and it's just not a good time. So I managed to grab a free one on Marketplace, which is so good. So I'm gonna have to go pick that up at around 4:30. I'm gonna leave to go pick it up. So in the meantime, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna listen to my audiobook and I'm going to clean our room because it is an absolute mess. I don't even want to show you guys because it's crazy. So I'm going to do that whilst I listen to my audiobook. It's just a bit of a errands kind of day with some audiobooks. I am so tired though. I think that my late night last night is catching up to me. I'm really struggling to stay awake. However, I do want to stay awake because I want to make the most of the day that I have off. So I'm gonna just keep moving and hopefully not fall asleep while I'm at it. If I have some spare time after cleaning and before I have to leave, I'm gonna continue reading on my Kindle as well because I'm just like really enjoying that book. I've just realized the time. I literally said 2:20 at the beginning of this clip. It's actually 3:58, so I have to leave in half an hour to get this bed frame. So I don't think I'm gonna have time to do much more reading on my Kindle before I have to go. So I'm gonna quickly clean while I can and then get out of here. I'm kind of glad that it's a little bit later because I am struggling so hard. It is the next day. Yesterday I got home and I set up the bed. I'm just so happy that we have this bed. It just makes the room look so different. It just feels different. It feels way better. So I'm so glad that we got that, and I did end up watching The Office whilst I was doing it, but I did still listen a lot on my drive yesterday, and so I think I got to about 48% through the book, and I'm also I think about 52% of the way through the New York Charm, so I'm doing really well with those. I am about to head off to church now. I'm just about to drive there, so it's about a 20-minute drive, so I'm going to listen to my audiobook on the way there and then probably also on the way back, so I'll get a little bit more of that done today. I'm honestly embarrassed with how many days later this clip is being filmed. However, I do need to close off this vlog, and it's been a long one. Honestly, if you're still here, I appreciate you and I love you, and I hope you guys had fun, and I'm so sorry with how long this was. Let me know in the comments if you're still here. Comment a purple love heart if you actually made it to the end of this video. I would love to know. I think it's time to close off this vlog because it's been too long and I really want to get this out. I do think before I close off, because it's been such a long vlog, we should probably do a recap of all of the books that I ended up reading in this vlog. Because it was over such a long period of time, I definitely got more books read than I would usually get read. I'm going to pop up on the screen all of the books that I got read and the ratings that I gave them. I hope you guys enjoyed watching me read all of these books and share all of my thoughts, because that's definitely why this vlog was so long, because I just could not stop yapping about these books. I felt like I read some really good books. I read some different books, and so I hope you guys enjoyed this reading vlog. I promise you that the next one will not be this long. I am so sorry. However, if you did enjoy it, I would really love if you would give this video a like and possibly subscribe for some more bookish content. And again, I really appreciate you guys being here. The people that watch my videos actually mean the world to me, and I appreciate you so much. Please comment. I want to interact with you guys, and I hope you guys have the best day, and I'll see you guys in my next video.